How we doing? Guys, welcome to another Wellbeing Wednesday. So if you haven't done this class before, if you haven't taken part, what this is a mobility focus session. It's a relaxed session. It's a chance to take a wee break, stretch off your muscles. It's generally a full body session, but I'm happy to kind of change and chop and change it a little bit if there's requests. So whether you are watching this live on Instagram, you are watching it back, on IGTV, or you're following this on YouTube, please make sure that you're being safe. You've got a mat. I always say it's a good idea to have like a cushion or something, or like a rolled up hoodie or something like that, just for some of the movements that we're going to do. If you've got issues with your knees, have some water. And yet, if something feels painful, then stop. We're not looking for pain in stretches. Discomfort, yeah, stretching can be uncomfortable, mobility can be uncomfortable, but not pain. So I'm looking forward to this one. I think, like everyone, various days, you feel like you need to open up your body. You've got muscles that are tight. So we're going to go through head to toe and kind of just open everything up. So I'm looking forward to it. I will say this as we're going, but your breathing throughout any stretching is really important. And normally I'll not have a proper strict in for 4, out for 4, but I'll use my nose for the in-breath, breathe in for 3 to 4 seconds, and on the out-breath, roughly 3 to 4 seconds. So I've got my mat, I've got some water, I'm going to grab a cushion and I'm going to get started. We're going to start, as always, we're going to open up our hips and then we're going to go into some neck mobility. So let's do this. Right, so we're going to start seated. And feet out in front. Bring them out to just wider than shoulder width. And I'm going to toss this watch off. Okay, so just wider than shoulder width, bring your hands behind you, fingertips out, roll your shoulders back and down. Sit up as tall as you can, nice and straight, and then we're just going to get into a 90-90 stretch here. So I'm looking for roughly a 90-degree angle into the knee, and at the hip, again at the knee. Hold that for a few seconds and go across. Now the key with this, just breathe as you go. The key with this is, at the moment, I'm trying to get into the hip. So I'm trying to open up my hip flexors. We will use this to get into the glutes, but right now I'm just opening up the hips. Rock across, hold there. Rock across, hold there. Now on this one, again, stay centered. See if you can turn your body over the top of this back leg, so you're trying to face towards that back foot. And then across. And again, same on that side. And across. Okay. And we'll do one more. Okay. So on this one, I'm rolling round now. I'm going to sort of center myself over the top of this extended leg. And the first thing I'm going to do is go as far forward as I can from the hip. Try to stay tall for your lower back. So go forward, go forward, go forward. Keep walking the hands forward there. And then breathe out. And as you breathe out, you're thinking about the back starting to round. So rounding down through your lower back into your upper back. And then finally let the weight of your head just drop. And you curl round to bring your forehead to your knee. And then we're going to turn towards the foot, and I want you to try to think about bringing your shoulder down towards the floor. Doesn't matter if you're up here, but just like you're rolling in towards this foot here. From there, we'll go to the other side. So we'll rotate over, and again from here, I want to be nice and tall. Go as far forward as you can. Lean forward, lean forward, lean forward. And then start to round through your lower back, your upper back, your neck. The forehead comes down. And we're going to hold that there. And just breathe. Cool. And then again, we're going to sort of roll in. Like I'm trying to bring my shoulder down and coming towards this foot. Open the chest up. There. Nice one. Come on out of that. Bring the feet back into the middle. I'm going to grab my cushion and we're going to, I'll come back in, we're going to spend a wee bit of time now on the neck and the traps, and yeah. So we're going to open up our upper neck, work into the shoulders, and then we'll start to move down the body now. Okay, so just sit up tall. I'm just sort of kneeling on this cushion here. Make sure you're kind of comfortable. Breathe in, lift your chin up. Breathe out, tuck your chin. Go for that again, breathe in. Breathe out, tuck your chin. Go for one more, breathe in. Breathe out. Really try and tuck it in. Back into the centre. This time, it's like you're pivoting your head. We're going to let it just tip to the side, and like I'm trying to bring my left ear to my left shoulder. So breathe in. Think you're keeping your right shoulder back and down. Breathe out. Right across the other side. Again, keep that left shoulder back and down. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Cool. Alright, from there, if you sort of gently gaze towards one knee, you're going to catch the back of your head, and very gently we're going to pull and tuck the chin in so that you feel a stretch along one side of your upper neck. Breathe. Relax that. Back into the middle. Look towards the opposite knee. Hand comes up, and we're just going to tug down from there very gently trying to get that stretch in the upper traps. Hold that there. Cool. From there, we're going to take arm across, so it's coming across the body, and we'll just catch. You can either catch the elbow or you can catch your wrist. We're just going to pull in, and we'll hold there for a few seconds. Nice. Swap round to the other side. So again, comes round, come in, catch it, and take it across and breathe. Okay, right, let's go into a bit of chest, upper back, and we'll do a little bit of arms as well. So, coming back to your mat, and what we want to do is we'll start off in a stretch that is called a butcher's block. So what we're going to do here is we come forward, bring your elbows down, so elbows are in front, clasp your fingers together, walk your knees back so that your hips are just directly above your knees, pull your hands back behind your head like you're trying to get them on your neck, and then start to sink back. You're not looking to get your hips back onto the floor, you're looking to bring your chest down towards the floor so that we open up our lats. So that's where we're trying to feel the stretch. Walk your knees back if you need to. Breathe there. And slightly tilt from side to side, which is going to change that stretch slightly. and relax. Okay, great. From there, I'm going to spin round. And we're going to get into a reverse plank. So this is actually going to strengthen your glutes and hamstrings while it opens your chest and slightly stretches your biceps. So two options for this one. You can do a tabletop where you've got your fingertips out, your shoulders back and down. We push down through the feet and we come up into this position. Look up towards the ceiling. So you've got that. That's option one. Or option two, where you go feet straight out in front, from hands from here, and into a reverse plank where we lift up and go there. So we're going to hold it for about 20 seconds. Doesn't matter which one you go for. This one's harder. Okay, nice. Then let's work into some chest. So I'm going to come down, face down on the mat. Take your right hand out at a right angle to your body. Make sure your shoulder is in a good position, that it's not way off the mat. And then from there, we're going to turn away from that side. So I'm going to roll. That back leg can come over. And I'm just using a little bit of pressure from my left hand as I go round in that twist. And let's breathe here for a few seconds. You should be feeling that stretch at the front of your shoulder and into your chest. Okay, rotate round. Left hand, left arm, getting out now at a right angle. Rotate, look up towards the ceiling. Hold that there. Little bit of pressure through your hand. Rotate back. Relax. Okay. Awesome. So at this point, we've worked a little bit in the neck. We've worked a little bit on the traps. We've worked a bit in the chest, our lats, and our arms. We're going to start to move down now into core and low back, and then we'll look at the hips and on from there. So let's start with an upward dog and a downward dog. We're going to do roughly 20 seconds in each. So we'll start with the upward dog. So for this, just come down, lying face down on the mat, and you could start off by just bringing your elbows in towards your chest. Keep your hips really centered on the ground. Keep them focused on the ground. Look forward, shoulders back, and hold that there. From there, come down, bring your hands in, and push. A little bit higher if you want to. You don't have to. And again, remember, no pain. No pain. Just maybe a little bit of a stretch in the front, your core, but no pain. Bring that down. We're going to move up into a downward dog. So rotate your fingers out, elbows in nice and tight. If you need to, you can use your knees. Lead with your hips. Push back. From here, thinking about getting nice in good position for your shoulders. Elbows should be pointing back towards your feet. Doesn't matter, like you'll see with me, my heels are not flat on the ground, so that's okay, that's fine. You can have a slight bend in your knees as well. Just cycle your heels down, see if you can maybe get them flat on the ground one at a time. So straighten the leg off on one side and then the other. One really important thing here is to think about getting your low back flat. Get your low back flat. Think of taking your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Nice. Nice. Okay. Cool. Low back. We're going to do two stretches to the lower back. First one, if we get a wee seat here, let's go for like a seated split position, but you're not going out very wide. You're only going to go out about 45 degrees. So we're going to start about that. Take your right elbow, and either you're going to push it down onto your thigh, or we're going to get it on the floor and then take the hand out this direction. From there, make sure that your left hip has stayed in contact with the floor. Take your left hand and reach up with it. Look up towards your left hand, and then imagine that the fingertips are stretching up towards the ceiling. You're stretching up, 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 and you should feel that stretch along the left side of your lower back. Look up towards that hand, and we're going to breathe here for a few seconds. Nice. Switching to the other side, and again, either elbow on the knee or elbow on the floor. Take your hand out. Opposite side, right arm goes up. Look towards that right arm as you're stretching up with it. Really try and open your chest. And relax that there. Cool. Next one. And again, another one here for your lower back. If we could start, so you're just lying flat, knees are up, feet together, sandwich the knees together, take the hands out to the side of the body, and we're just going to let the legs drop. Let them drop to the side. Keep them super glued together. Don't let the legs split, either one over the top or one behind. Just keep them together for now. And just look across your left shoulder, or whichever side is the opposite to your legs. And then let's go on the other side. So I'm letting them go across to the left. I'm looking over my right shoulder. Trying to keep the right shoulder in contact with the ground as well. Make sure that hasn't pulled away. And you're not doing any work here. You're letting the weight of your legs do the work as they drop towards the floor. Cool. Okay. Great. So we worked a little bit on glutes just at the beginning. I'm going to do another stretch for the glutes, a slightly different angle, and then we'll do some hip flexor and psoas release now. So let's grab the cushion if you've got that lying around, or something that you can use for your knee. You might not need it, but I think it's good to have. So pop that down, and I'm going to put my right knee on it first, and left foot out in front. First thing, get a wee bit of distance. So separate your legs out so that you're not in a straight line, just to help your balance a little bit. So open everything out, and you've got a couple of options. One option is going to be to try and grab this back leg, but before you do that, if you think about the position of your hips, one of the things that we're looking for in a hip flexor stretch is it's going to be that sort of slightly posterior pelvic tilt. So an interior pelvic tilt is when your tailbone lifts up and back, so you can think of like Donald Duck, and if your tailbone tucks under and in, it's like Pink Panther. So if you think of like a flat back, tucking your tailbone under and squeezing your glute on this right side, so that glute is engaged, keep that there, that's like the lock. And then we're going to think about getting this knee forward, and you might find that stretch comes on in the hip flexor and the hips a little bit quicker, as opposed to if you let your hips relax and you end up you're forward here. So keep that position, bring it forward, wait until you've got that stretch. Once you've got it, you could two options: hold that there or lift that back leg up. And again, we're going to spend a little bit of time here. Don't worry about that back leg at the moment. If it's a problem, just go for the first part of the stretch. Cool. We're going to relax that there. Now I'm going to sort of rock back. So stay on the same side. We're going to rock back onto the heel here. Bump your foot forward a little bit, and then tip forward from your hips. Bringing your hands, if you can, to the floor either side of your left leg. And pull the toes back, lift your chest up, hold that there. Good. Alright, we're going to come back. Let's shift that back. We're going to swap the sides. So this time I'm going to bring my left knee down. Left knee down. And right foot out in front. And then again from there, thinking about taking your hips, tuck them under, push forwards, squeezing that glute on that left side. You're going to bring it forward until you get that stretch. Once you've found it, we lift that back leg up, we catch and hold. Again, that's just an option, so forget about that if it is out your reach for now. Hold it there. And breathe. Okay. Then, again, we'll just walk that front foot forward, rock it back onto the heel, tip forward from your hips, bring your hands down towards the floor, and fingertips if you can get them, otherwise don't worry about it, and pull the toes back here. Trying to lift out your low back if you can. Okay, great. Right, once again, pop this to the side and just come and lie on your back. We're going to start with both knees up, bent, feet flat on the ground. Then take your right leg and cross it over your left. Try to keep your back centered, flat on the ground for now. Take your hands, reach through the space, grab behind and interlace your fingers behind your left leg. And then just start to sit back. Don't pull with your arms, but try and use your weight. So get your head back in the ground, your shoulders back in the ground. Think about pulling from your shoulders back, and then if you need to, use your hands to pull your left knee towards your left shoulder. And you should feel that stretch in the glutes. Hold that there. Breathe. Nice. Okay. Relax that. Let's go for the other side. Cross it over. Again, reaching it under. So left leg over, right leg now. You're going to grab your right leg and pull in from there. Get your shoulders back and down, your head down, and aiming to bring your right knee towards your right shoulder. Hold that there. Breathe. Okay. Cool. All right. Nice. Rolling up from there, or sitting up from there, let's get into the adductors a little bit. So bring the soles of your feet together. Sit up tall as you can for your lower back. For a lot of people, this position and the next one we're going to do, you're going to find that if you're very tight, it's a struggle to get forward, but keep your back straight. If that's the case, bring your hands behind you, press down through the floor, and lift your back up. And actually you'll be able to get a really good stretch just by sitting back here and then trying to push your knees down towards the floor. So that might be your stretch. Otherwise, what you're going to do is you're going to come round, try and hook your hands underneath your ankles here, and then use your elbows almost like a lever. Lean forward from your hips and use your elbows to press your knees down. And just like some of the other ones we've done, we go forward first and then come down and in from there, like you're trying to bring your forehead down towards the floor. Hold that there. Breathe. Okay, coming back up from there. Straight away, we're just going to take the legs out now, and I want you to go into a seated split. So just take your legs out to a sort of 8 out of 10, an 8 out of 10 stretch. Once you're there, again, option would be to take your hands behind you and hold that, or your hands in front and we're going to be walking them forward and seeing how low we can go. Just stretch, 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 stretch. Trying to go forward, 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 forward. And breathe. Always breathe. Okay. Nice. Right. I think we're about there. Yeah. I think I'll do one more to finish here. We'll open up the lower back just one more time. We'll do a little bit of work through the spine, and then we'll we'll hold a wee child's pose for a few moments. So what to do, if you come into all fours, and we'll do that cat-cow. So you're going to look down towards your knees, so tuck your chin, look towards your knees and arch your back. Lifting your back up, tucking your tailbone. Look up towards the ceiling and drop your back down into extension. Lift your tailbone up like you're trying to get your belly button down to the floor, and just breathe with that. Reverse it, like towards the knees, around the spine. Look up, reverse, down, last one, look up. Nice. And then from there, if you bring your hands forward a little bit, widen your knees slightly, and then just sit your hips back and down. Bring your forehead down to the mat. Stretch your hands out in front, and we're just going to breathe here for a few seconds. Okay. Cool. So that was nice. Again, if you've been following along, thanks for taking part. If you're watching this back, let us know in the comments how you found it, and if there are any particular areas of focus that you'd like to see for future videos. Happy to do, like a shoulder focused mobility session, or some videos talking about the differences between flexibility and mobility, perhaps. But that was nice. That was we got through a lot there. Feel good, nice and relaxed now. So I hope you have a good day whenever you're watching this, and I will see you in the next one. All the best. Peace.